Okay then gang, so in the last lesson we saw how to make a grid layout using two different components. The simple grid component, which is what we see here on the dashboard page with all these little white boxes, and also the grid component, which was used for the two sections of content that we have on the page, the left sidebar and then the content and navbar on the right. Now out of the box, the simple grid component, this one right here, is pretty responsive. So on smaller screens, it adapts the widths of the elements in each row, and that's really nice. But the other grid component, the one that we use for the sidebar and the main content over here, doesn't do that out of the box. So we need to implement some responsiveness to this manually. And we can do that by using some of Chakra's built-in breakpoints and its responsive style system. Likewise, we can style other elements, not just grid components, differently for different screen sizes. So let's give this a whirl. So I'm just on the Chakra docs looking at the responsive styles, and if we scroll down here we can see all the breakpoints that Chakra comes with. So we have small, medium, large, XL and 2XL, and also before small we have something called a base kind of point, which is zero width basically. So if you want something to apply from zero width all the way up, you would use that base property. So these are the different properties we can use to style things differently for these screen sizes. You can change the values of these by editing or updating the theme, and I'm going to show you how we can extend or update the theme later on in the course. For now, let me show you how we use these different properties. If you scroll right down here, we can see that we're applying to this text component different font sizes at different screen sizes. So the base one from zero width is 24 pixels. But then as the screen gets larger to a medium screen, it goes to 40 pixels. When it gets larger again to a large screen, it goes to 56 pixels. So that's how we change properties based on these different breakpoints. And it's mobile first. We start with the base and we work our way up. Okay? Cool. So let's try this out in our project. So I want to start off with a simple example inside the dashboard. So let me do a text component. Click on this to import it at the top. And we will say for the text, hello. So that's in the first grid item right here. We should see it in the top left, which we do. Now, I want that to be a different color for different screen sizes. So the way we do this is by say, color is equal to something. Now, we need a dynamic property, so curly braces, and the property value is an object. So two sets of curly braces. The first set, because we're using a dynamic value, and the second set, which is an object. Okay, so now we can say, for base screen sizes, so that's 0 pixels and up, we want this to be pink. Now, if I saved it and left it there, this means that we want to color this pink for very small screen sizes, 0 pixels in width, all the way up to the largest screen size. It will always be pink. So we can see it's pink at this screen size and up, and if we get smaller, it's always pink, okay? Now then, I also want to add on the medium property to say at medium size screens and up, it's going to be blue color. And then for large size screens and up, it should be green. So now if we go back over here, you can see if we go to the small screen size, it's pink. When we get to a medium size screen, it goes to blue. And then when it gets to large, it goes to green. Okay. So that's how we can apply these different styles at different breakpoints like this. So now we know the basics. Let's go to the root layout and let's apply some responsive styles to these grid items so that we can change how many columns in width they take up at different screen sizes. So then for col span for the first one, instead I will use an object as a value, and then we'll say at base it's going to be 6 columns in width. I'll explain this in a second. For large screens, 2 columns in width. For extra large and up, it's going to be 1 column in width. So that means when we have things like mobile screens, it's going to be full width because we have 6 columns in the grid and this grid item is taking up all 6 columns. When we get to large screens, it's going to take up 2 columns in width. So it's going to be like a sidebar again. For extra large, where we have a bit more room, we only need 1 column. Okay. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it down here, but change the values. So this col span for the second grid item, which is all the main content and the navbar, is going to be 6 for the base size. So they're going to stack on top of each other. This takes up the full width and this takes up the full width. And then for large screens, it's going to be 4 because we have 2 over here plus 4 is 6. For extra large, it's going to be 5 because 1 plus 5 is 6. Okay. Now, I also want to apply some responsive styles for the padding. So, object, and we'll say base is going to be 20 pixels. And then also, when we get to large screens, we're going to increase that to be 30 pixels. So the padding is larger for larger screen sizes. So let me save this, and we can see now when we're in a medium-sized screen, it's taking up those 2 columns in width. When we get to, I think that was actually large. Yeah, so when we're at large size screens, it's 2 columns in width. At extra large, it's 1. It gets smaller. When we go right to tiny screen sizes, now this takes up 100% in width, and so does this. Okay, so that, my friends, is now all working, and that's how we can apply responsive styles to different components. Now, before we go on, I have just noticed a typo right here. It shouldn't be HV, it should be VH. So if we save that now, you're going to see something happen, and this is taking up 100 VH height. So it's taking up the full height of this browser as we load it onto the screen. Now, that's fine when we have these larger screen sizes, because that's what we wanted. Because even if we were to comment out all of this right here, all of this content, which is bringing the grid height up, then it's still going to be full height. And in fact, no, we can't do that because we need some kind of content. So let me just do a div right here, just so we have some content. Save it. It now takes up the full height right here, okay? And if we didn't have this height right here, if it was just like taken away and save it, then this height would only be whatever the content dictates it to be. So we need that in. However, if we just undo what we did here, because we're saying that the min height is always this, even for small screens, when we get down to small screens, it's still taking up that massive height. So this needs to be responsive as well. So what I will do is say that this only kicks in at a certain breakpoint. Now, we don't need the base breakpoint right here because the height's going to be automatic right here. So we just say, when we get to large screens and up, then I want you to apply a height or a min height of 100 VH like so. Okay, so save that. And now you can see we have that smaller height for smaller screens. When we get to larger screens, it's going to be 100 VH again. Awesome.